Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm ZipperSpark and today we are going to continue on with my barely modded series on factory tech. So, if you remember last time, what we did was we built this little house that's no roof. So some might not even consider it a house since there's no roof. One of the requirements of a shelter is that it gives you shelter, but it does give you shelter from mobs. I mean, the door is just a plain door. However, it's a tricky door because if you look, it says it is not open. Now it is open. So if you look in the right hand side, it says open true. Now it's false. So it's a tricky door, and that will trick the mobs. When it's physically closed, it is technically open, and so they say, oh, I can walk through, and then they actually can't because it's blocking. But then when it's technically or closed and physically open, or I can walk through, their AI pathfinding says they can't walk through because the door's closed. So it's a tricky door. I don't know how effective it is when there's a whole bunch and they get pushed in there, but that's the way it is. But off camera, I did a little bit more of resource gathering. You can see I have diamond gear, not diamond armor, but diamond gear. A few more things. I mean, I could make some boots if I wanted to. I did make one of these smokestacks. The recipe for them is not too difficult, just 2 stone and a charcoal. There are other smokestack options. So if we look, there's sorts of any of the bricks that they have, or any kind of the stone variants. There's iron versions and sheet metal. So it just takes 2 of whatever kind of smokestack it is, plus a charcoal on the top. So I just use some stone, and it occasionally spits out smoke particles. So just a decorative block that's used for builds and stuff. But I figured we could do some fun things like that too. So one of the first things we need to do in order to get started in some factory tech things, because I was actually looking, there's a mining machine. It's actually looking at this and thinking, I think this will automatically mine for me. Now, I haven't exactly looked in here to see what the details are for that. So we'll automatically dig a wide hole down to bedrock, outputting all block drops. Works similarly to other models, though it is a bit more interesting than some others. By default, it digs 7 by 7. A range upgrade increases it to 15 by 15. So, okay. Huh. A double amount of coal and a very small chance of extra diamonds. Each time it breaks a stone block, has a chance of finding an ore chunk. Okay. Oh yeah, the ore chunks. Yes. And those, yeah, it looks like it's going to use quite a bit of the parts. This 14, 16, and 16 for the minimum operations. It's not that bad. And then I guess the break chance isn't so bad either, but yeah. So I wanted to get into that, but in order to do so, we need, come over here, we need the drill bits, we need advanced motors, which are craftable, except for these wires. We need to metal cutter for them. And then this we need to get the etched plate, and for that we actually need to get the circuit scribe and do all that. So probably not going to get there today. We do need to get the quartz plates. So if we look at that, that is, oh, why was it not there? Blank quartz plate. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Well, if you get a block of quartz, you can get 6 plates, and then you put those, I guess it doesn't show you the recipe, but you put those in the circuit scribe. It will make these circuit boards, and so there's little patterns you draw inside the circuit scribe, and then it will create whatever, you know, pattern of whatever pattern of the quartz plate you wanted, the etched version. Then you mix that with the either the copper, the red copper dust, or the glowing gold dust. Now the glowing gold dust is the higher version of it. You know, so the circuits you get from that are going to be of higher quality. But that's kind of stuck behind quartz. Now we can, if we get the electroplater up and running and mine sulfuric acid, we can turn sand into quartz. So I was looking at this electroplater. Besides, you know, essentially doing some ore doubling, what it can do is it can take redstone to glowstone, sand to quartz. And so I was looking at it. I don't know if there's a particular need to run to the nether in order to get some of these machines started, because any machine that needs quartz or glowstone, we have access to it before going to the nether. So that's something we need to look into doing. The Invar is not too difficult. It takes this iron nickel mixture, which is just the dust versions mixed up to the 2-to-1 iron to nickel, kind of like you've seen in other mods. And then these batteries aren't too bad. You do need some of the sulfuric acid to put into the shell. So there are some things we need to get done as far as getting ready for any of that. But the first thing we need to do is start with the grindstone. This one. So we need to get some gears, we need a basic motor, and then, you know, planks and stone slab. So the gears you can do in the metal cutter, but you need, you know, you need the grindstone in order to get there. So we're going to do the iron and stone version. So we're going to need 2 gears because we need one for this motor. And so, yeah, let's get that started. So first off, we're going to need some nuggets, some iron, some stone, stone slab, some planks. So let's make some of that. What we need, that's make 2 of those, 1 of those, and there. So we got our grindstone. Now we're going to, I wanted to, need to automate that too. At least manually, kind of manual automate it for now. What I'm thinking there is we would get the, like a hopper to feed in the stuff, and maybe one of the extractor things to pull the items out. So the not those, Oh, I forget what they're called. They're the sideways hopper looking things. No. These things, the auto ejectors. Yes, we need pistons. Sticky pistons. So I did go oh, I can show you that, I guess. So I did a bit more exploring around. I found a witch hut. I can show you guys that later. I trapped the witch, so we can do something with that. But yeah, I did some exploring around, and then one of the tricks you can do to see more on the map is once you've done your exploring, if you click the auto map, it will take the chunk files from your. I mean, this works like it says single player only. But it'll take the chunk files from your computer and render the map based on those, so it'll reach a bit farther. And if you see, you've got the half a chunk here that hasn't been populated. So if you've done any sort of research into how world generation or whatever it is, you know exactly what's going on here. But that's kind of neat. You can see that now if you walk over there, it will get populated and such. But yeah, there's our village we live by. There's the desert village, the desert temple, and I actually found another desert temple here. But I wasn't able to get any of the loot because as I walked in the temple, you could hear the TNT explode. So apparently a mob spawned down in the bottom and stepped on the pressure plate and exploded the chests. So I'm a bit sad on that. Oh, there's another village up here. I don't know if I actually went to that village. Oh no, I did. I didn't go too far into it. That's right. But yeah, I think it was this swamp. I killed a bunch of slimes. So yeah, so I got some slime balls. We can make that. They should be in here. Yeah. So we need to make a bigger house. Or actually, we need to make it a factory. Yes. We need to turn this into a factory and make a factory worthy of a factory tech playthrough. Yeah. But first off, we're going to probably just plop it down right here. Alright. So the grindstone needs gears, so we need to make more gears. And then it will, grind things. So if we look at, if we do the search again, then we look at the uses, it will turn the gears into the saw blades, nickel ingots into cutting blades, dull blades into the sharpened version, and then it can sharpen the other things too, make focusing lenses, and then yeah, it'll do the invar version of the gears, the blades as well. All right, so let's craft some more. And I have, where did I put my other crafting tables? I had more crafting tables. There we go. We'll plop it out here just to have a spot to work with out here. We need more gears, that's right. So I did 5 because you put one in and it automatically, consumes it, puts it in there. And then there, it's kind of a little internal buffer for that. So if we take, yeah, we'll just make another gear. That was kind of a mess there. And then we can grind it into a cutting blade. A saw blade. Alright. Now the saw blade uses, we can make the chop saw with it. So if we make another gear. Actually, we're going to need another gear. Okay. And we can use this and then get some more gears. Actually, let me just grab one from here. So yeah, puts the gear on the side. And then the saw blade it kind of puts in the middle. So it's kind of neat that it will render all the things for you. Yeah. So then what we can do with that is if we get some logs, we'll get one log and we'll chop it down. We get 6 planks from it. So more efficient use. And then if we get a plank, you'd usually get 2 sticks from each plank. Well, you get 3. So it helps out a bit with that. So next one we want is probably going to be the metal cutter. So we need the nickel cutting blade and another basic motor. So we need another one of those. One of those. So it needs 3 nickel. Oh, I picked them up. Actually, let's just take them all. I think bring some copper too. I don't think we need the copper quite yet. So this should make the cutting blade. And we can get that. We're probably going to need some more cutting blades for the actual operation. Yeah, and some gears. Now, one thing you can do with these gears, now if you put nickel or iron in here, it will create your gears here. So it uses a lot less iron. Put nickel in, it will make a nickel gear, I think. No, a drill bit. That's right. And then the drill bit comes, the blunt drill bit comes in here and it will sharpen it for you. Alright, and now with this, we can make the, well, the extraction drill, mining machine, the drill grinder. Yeah, so we need cut some copper. Need an ingot as well. Uses. Oh, that's nickel. Nickel. Okay. Uses. This. And that. So the grinder, you know, takes those things again. Nickel. And then need another one of MOT. There we go. Advanced motor. There we go. Missing more iron nuggets. Alright. So what we can do with this is make the dust version. You can also grind the ores down into the little dust, and then you can kind of do some sort of processing in them to do the ore doubling. So yeah, let me make a cut here and get some stuff organized, and then we'll try and see if we can, you know, get some sort of automation on this. So be back in a second. Alright, got a few more things put together. I did make these crates. They're a simple recipe. It's just some planks and some sticks. But then I got the stuff to make some rollers and some of the what are they called? Pushers? No. Ejectors. Yeah. So the auto ejectors, planks, sticky pistons, and iron. So I wanted to make some of those. Apparently I ran out of planks. Make all the planks. And then, so I wanted those to do this. So if we pop these on top, and I'm actually going to need the monkey wrench. So this mod has a wrench, and it is the monkey wrench, and I need more planks. Alright, there's my planks. So what this you can use it to do, you can use it to turn things. So this needs to be, the fat part needs to be down to pull. It's kind of like a hopper that takes from the fat side and puts it to the skinny side. So that is those, and then I wanted to make some more. Yeah, I'll show you what these other ones are for. And get these on there. So the you see, you just popped out. These crates. Any item that is inside. Oh, that's not what I needed. All right, don't click it with that. Anytime it uses up one of these parts, it will eject it into a nearby crate. If there's not a nearby crate, it'll just spit it out into the world, and so it's a good thing to have the crates by. So anytime this is done with the craft, so say I do put a plank in to get some sticks, then the sticks will go here, but then this ejector will automatically pull them out and put them up on top here. So that's what these rollers are going to be for. I guess these ones. So if I make some shafts, put them between stone, I can get some rollers. So the shafts are easy enough. It's just some iron ingots. So this is one of the first things you can do to automate, and then you kind of see there's arrows on them. So if you look, the arrows are kind of pointing this way. So any item that's on them is going to get pushed in the direction of the arrows. Trying to fly up there. Apparently been playing too much of the other Modern Skyblock where I have flight in there. But yeah, anytime it ejects, and so let's see, I think if we grind the blade, it will give us the sharpened version, and it gets spit out over here. So yeah, let's throw another iron in there to get this. And so we get these these broken gears, and you can smelt them back down and to get some ingots to kind of recover some of the iron back out of it. So yeah, we've got this all set up. So anything that gets spit out is going to get over here. So, but that's just going to drop it in the world. So what we want is a way to put that into something. So there's the inserter thing, this one, insertion hatch, which takes anything that touches it and puts it into nearby inventory. So if we take that, we're going to need a hopper. And then stone. Then we'll put another chest here. I should make it a double chest. All right. If we do this and then, I don't know, yeah, you can open it underneath. Okay, so anything that pops out now should get, ejected on the top. You should see the sticks. And they come over here and then get inserted into the chest. So anything, whether it's, a broken part or one of the outputs from here, is going to end up in this chest over here. So that's pretty neat. We can say we want a bunch more gears. We can just kind of set them to go and then watch them head on over there. And then there's also some sorters, not the integrated piston, there's a pusher. Let's just search for it. Pusher. No. This one. Pulse piston, yeah. So what it will do is, given a certain, maybe we can just look it up in the book. No. No. Don't see it. Automation components. There we go. The pulse piston. Yeah. Any items dropped in front of it will push into an inventory if there's one where they would be shoved. Right-clicking opens a filter to set it which items will be pushed. So you can tell it to only push items of a certain kind. So so you can use that kind of as of sorting things on the rollers. So if we kind of merge these two together and then had this set up farther on down the line, we could sort out the broken gears from the planks or sticks or whatever we wanted. So that so if we needed to process those separately, or we were putting them into some sort of sorting system or storage, sorted storage or whatever, then you can do that. So that's pretty neat, and a good start to our little factory. Now, that is going to be all the time we have today, but hopefully you enjoyed getting to see some of these things started up and how they're working and such. So I am, between episodes this time, I'm going to plan out exactly how I want kind of my factory set up. I'll probably end up taking most of this area I flattened out and turning it into a big factory. So kind of have a big, huge industrial looking factory here down in the bend in the river. So look forward to that as the season progresses, and hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did like it, make sure you hit the like button and leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't and you would like to. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.